Hi, good morning. Sorry I didn't upload a video for a couple days, but I am back now, and this morning I'm going to be doing, using some different products than I normally use. I generally use the Bobbi Brown foundation, but today I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty foundation. I'm also going to be trying out another setting spray by Cover FX. So I did the high performance before. This time I'm going to do the mattifying one, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm starting with my eyebrows. And of course, the music that you hear is Alyssa Lani, a new and up and coming artist, great talent. She can be found on YouTube. I'm sorry, I always say that. I'm so sorry, y'all. She can be found on Google Play and iTunes. So please purchase her music. Don't just download it. I purchased her whole album and I love it.
Until you make it on your own, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It'll be alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
So my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia pencil. Before I think I did use the Benefit Goof Proof pencil, and I like it. It just kind of looked a little dark, so maybe next time I purchase it, I will get the number 5 instead of the number 6. And so I'm using the NARS concealer to go ahead and conceal my brows.
I give my all, I give my everything to make sure you never move for anything. Give you unconditional love and give you that security that you need to become the queen that you are destined to be. Oh, since the first day I held you in my arms, that's when I knew that.
And also, just to let you know, I have, as always, as part of my routine, I've already used the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray.
make sure you can make it through. Oh, you got the light, I can see it in your smile. Don't let no one take your shine. Hold me close and hold me tight. Oh, since the first day I held you in my arms, that's when I knew that we began our fun. Promise to do better by you. Promise to do better by you. We will fight against the grain. And love so simple and so plain. I'll hold you through the storm and rain. You give me joy and you give me pain. Oh, I don't care, won't have it no other way. You mean everything to me. Promise to do better by you. 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 I'll hold you through the storm and rain. You give me joy and you give me joy, you give me pain. Oh, I don't care, won't have it no other way. You mean everything to me. I'll hold you through the storm and rain. You give me joy and you give me pain. Oh, I don't care, won't have it no other way. Promise to do better by you. Promise to do better by you. It's so crazy how far our love has come. It's amazing all the hurdles we overcome to love you, baby. There's no one else in this world replacing you or kissing you, baby. I know that it's true. You know me better than any other love. So special. Yes, you are to me, baby, baby, yeah, yeah. Listen, you with that good love. I just wanna hold you down. I'll forever be around for you. I just wanna hold you down. I'll forever be around for. Boy, it's been a long road, but you do it for me.
Okay, all done with my eyebrows. I kind of did them a little bit thinner today. I noticed when I do them a little bit thicker, I struggle. I'd be on the struggle bus for a little while. So now I am going to be using Natasha primer. And so it comes with a little chip on the other side of it, and there's a line. You're supposed to fill it up to the line there. And when I put it on, don't freak out. One, it leaves a white cast, and two, it looks like a whole bunch. But I did not go past the line. And because of that, this bottle, or I'm sorry, this jar will probably last me a good while. And I'm okay with that. Look, and I still have some left on here.
On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
So I don't know. For me, I generally use primer on my eyelids because I find that it helps with my eyeshadow better. Except for this one, I put it on my eyelids, and I don't know if it's just my eyelids are sensitive to this particular primer, but it caused a lot of irritation. Made my eyelids kind of burn a little bit. So I am going to completely avoid my eyebrows, and I'm okay. I said eyebrows, eyelids. I'm going to avoid my eyelids.
I see you walking by from the corner of my eye. You look good, I can't deny. Suddenly,
and now you see that little white cast that I'm talking about. The thing about this primer is that not only does it like get your skin ready for the foundation, it also provides a barrier to avoid any of it getting like clogged in your pores or anything like that. So very good primer. I am very satisfied. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Now, in regards to the application, it's better to use a sponge with this primer than a brush for your foundation. And this is the Huda Beauty foundation, and the color is Coffee Bean.
Cause with you I will stay in the dark as we lay. We had a blackout. Maybe I feel no wrong, no, you and I know.
And don't freak out. I know you're probably like, oh my god, that does not look like that's her color, but it is. Just give it a moment to oxidize. And don't forget, the Tasca primer turns white. So because of that, it looked like a drastic difference.
Maybe I feel no wrong, no, you and I know.
Okay, so now that I've got it all on, you see how smooth it is? That's in part to, well, the foundation's a good foundation. It's called the faux filter, so it looks like you've got like a smoother on your face when you wear it. So the foundation already blurs itself, and then on top of the primer, it just has a really nice, smooth, flawless finish. Okay, so now I'm going to be using two concealers. I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown, and then I'm also going to be using the Huda. So, and if you haven't seen my other videos, if this is the first video that you're tuning in, I put on my concealer, I apply it a little bit different than you may see in other tutorials, like especially up underneath my eyes. I find that that when I started a little bit further away from my nose to contour, the concealer moves really good, so it doesn't give me any harsh lines. So it's just kind of like more of a gradual thing. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna already move it over, but if it's already there, then I feel like it makes the line like really, really harsh when it gets to my nose.
She is. His beauty is the game, his home and the streets, one in the same, is a gangster and a guardian angel, shouts the joy and swallows the painful. She is amazing and magic, the way only a black girl can be, teaching her mini-me all that, the sass, the snap, the smart and the slick. She wears all the hats, is fresh as fuck, is all hard work and no luck, can kick it with the fellas, make them other broads jealous, is unapologetic, is talent, is fire, water and balance, is breathtaking and life-giving, can turn a loss into winning, is brilliant. She is resilient.
Okay, so now that I've got that all blended in, I'm gonna go over it, and this is just to brighten some, because I'm not going to use a setting powder, and this is the Huda Overachiever, and this color is peanut butter. The color of the Bobbi Brown concealer that I used is called Golden. So I'm going to do the same thing, but if you notice, the pigment in this one is just a little bit brighter. And for the longest time, I would use a beauty blender. To go ahead and blend out, but I have noticed that the e.l.f. sponge works a whole lot better. Not only that, it also helps alleviate like creasing up underneath the eye. It also helps to have a good concealer though. Some concealers, no matter what you blend out with, just have the propensity to crease. And I will tell you, I'll give you guys, hold on. I'll give you guys some names of some good concealer that you know, that doesn't crease, that I have actually used before. One of them is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye concealer. That one is really good. It doesn't crease. The Smashbox new line of concealer, I've tried that one. That one doesn't crease. The Becca concealer. The only thing about the Becca concealer is that it's super duper thick. So if you haven't really mastered blending, I would stay away from that one. Just until you get a little bit more, you know, versed in it. Like if you're a beginner with makeup, I would definitely stay away from the thicker products, just until, like I said, just until you get your blending down. Okay. Also, Tarte Shape Tape, that doesn't crease. Then they have another one. It's a creaseless concealer. Tarte does. That one is pretty good, but again, that one's a little bit thicker, so I would stay away from that one if you're if you're a beginner. So I would say beginner friendly concealer to kind of work with would be the Smashbox. This Bobbi Brown, the Huda. It's moves really, really good. And I'm trying to tell you that having good products is imperative. It's really important. Now there are, like, just because I'm not encouraging you to go spend a whole bunch of money on makeup, I'm just saying that in a sense you get what you pay for. So, you know, there are probably $60 products that you could go without, that you could probably find for half that same kind of product for half that price, still a reputable brand. Also, I would stay away, me personally, I would stay away from makeup that's made by places that don't make makeup. You know what I mean? I know there was like a big to-do about Givenchy. Am I saying that name right? I don't wear that brand. This clothing brand, right? Makes bags and I think maybe shoes and belts and, you know, stuff like that. Well, now they make foundation, and well, they kind of almost completely disregarded, you know, people of color when making their foundation choices. At least that's what it looks like. They could be working on something behind the scenes. I don't know. But it offended a lot of people in the makeup community, even celebrities. Jeffree Star made a comment about it. You know, it just seemed real blatant. But, you know, they make clothes. I'm not real pressed about their foundation. So you know, that would be like buying a highlighter from Nike, or buying a primer from Reebok. You know what I mean? So I definitely like to stick to companies that are known, for cosmetics. And that's just my personal. I will say, I do have I have a ton of brushes. And I like to kind of mix and match, and I like to try out, I like to try out new stuff and everything. And, Morphe, we all love their palettes. In particular, James Charles palette. Like, we all love it. We've got people calling Ulta, asking when we're, do we have it? When will we have it again? Are we going to get the Jeffree Star palette? And, that's great. But at the end of the day, Morphe, they start off as a brush company. So a lot of people forget that their brushes are going to be bomb. They just happen to have great palettes too. So they have foundation, setting spray, got the whole nine. They're adding everything to their, to their repertoire, but they started off as a brush company. So yes, I'm about in brushes, you know what I mean? And I do have some of their palettes as well, amazing, real pigmented palettes. But that's just going along the lines, again, what I'm saying, kind of making sure that you kind of research, what the company is known for. And when you do that, you're doing yourself a favor. Some other, just while I'm talking about makeup and stuff, some other good products. I'm going into that contour palette that I just used. It was Anastasia. And now I'm going to go in with my powder. I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Deep, and then Dark 3. And then I'm going to use my my MAC NW55. Some really good, if you don't want to quite get Huda or Bobbi Brown, Tarte just redid their line. So they did have Shape Tape foundation, and now they have Face Tape, where they added an array of colors. So pretty much every complexion has a color with their new line. They had some colors. I had the Shape Tape foundation, and I use it sometimes, and it's really, really good. I kind of use it. I have the hydrating one, and I use that one on a light day. Because with the thing I love about that foundation is I don't really have to do too much. I just kind of put it on. I don't even contour or highlight. I put it on, put on a little bit of blush, some lashes, maybe a wing liner, and it just looks like my skin. That's what I love about that foundation. It is as far as drugstore brand foundation, my favorite one would have to be the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir, Actually, my sister is the one who told me about that. She's also a makeup artist. And oh my God, it's really, really good. It's almost like, you know, you would have thought you got it out of a department store. So that one is really good. I was really impressed with that one. And I actually used that one on clients. Becca Skin Love is really good. As far as it's a buildable coverage, so it's not like full coverage. You can build it to make it full coverage, but it's just kind of like a that's why it's called Skin Love. It's hydrating and it's weightless, and it's like a sheer coverage. So, you know, if you've already feel like, hey, you know what, my skin looks pretty good, I don't really want to be covering it all, then you know, the Becca Skin Love is great. I also use the NARS foundation sometimes. Now, what I do like about the NARS foundation, and I'm talking about their full coverage because I have not tried the sheer coverage. I'm not a sheer coverage kind of girl. Like, I'm the type person, like, if I'm gonna put on makeup, I'm gonna put it on, and if I ain't gonna wear none, I'm not gonna wear none. So there's no in between with me. So either I'm gonna have a full face beat to the gods, or I'm just gonna have a bare face. I'm talking no brows, no lashes, no mascara, maybe a little bit of chapstick, and you know what I mean, and call it a day. So so I haven't tried their weightless sheer coverage, but their full coverage foundation is really good. The only thing about that is just be careful, because it does have the propensity to pull a lot of red in women of color. I've heard that from more than one person. And for the most part, I think it's because most darker women, and not just black women, but even Hispanic women, Asian women, the middle of our faces is lighter than this part of our faces. So it's really kind of hard to try a foundation and be like, oh, okay, and feel like you match to it. And then you want to try to avoid to have to put it on your neck and have to put in other places. So the thing with NARS is that when I chose my NARS color, actually there was a NARS representative there that day, and she kind of schooled me, you know, and she told me, she said, you can use a darker bronzer around this part of your face and just use the NARS, your NARS color. Pick the color that's the inside of your face, so the color that I picked looked so much lighter, but I didn't have to worry about anything because I didn't pull it down. I literally put it in the middle here, and I didn't even use like highlighter or contour. I didn't use concealer because I already felt like it was light, so I didn't want to like ghost out. So I put it in the middle, and then I used a bronzer around it, and she was right. It was like, it looked so freaking good. It just looked like my skin. So that's just, that's the thing with them. I used to wear the line from Smashbox. I used to wear the line, it was a halo. And they discontinued it. And that was actually my favorite foundation for like a couple years. And then I guess they revamped it and made it into like Studio Skin or something like that. Hold on one second. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead with my blush. And I'm going to be using Toby. And now I'm going to go ahead with the new setting spray. And you got to shake it really, 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 really good. Okay. And so this is the mattifying setting spray. And this setting spray is magnifique. Okay, and now we got that dried. I'm gonna go ahead and do my, well, you know what? Let me see how much time I have. Okay, I have time to go ahead and do a little something to my eye. So hold on a second. And I'm going to use the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. And so the other night I did a brown smoky eye, and I really loved the way that it turned out. And so I'm going to be using this color right here, Riff. Okay, and now I'm gonna go with the, oh, I can't remember which one I did. Oh, I'm gonna go with the Good Is Gone, which is this brown right here. And I'm not gonna lie, I got this palette because of the browns. And I always encourage people, even when I'm at work, I'm like, yeah, you know, obviously, if it's a good palette, I'm gonna definitely recommend it and tell them it's good. But you know, there will be some people that would just love one color, and so I try to help them find like that single color that they like. And then I turn around and bought a palette because of a couple colors. But these browns are just so rich. I love them. So this one is Punk. And so I'm going to go in. It's just so chocolate. I love that. I'm just gonna pull it out. And you know, no. Do I wanna? I'm trying to decide if I just wanna go ahead and do a cut crease real quick, but I'll do a cut crease tomorrow, and I'll show you guys with my ColourPop white concealer how good it works on a cut crease. I bought it specifically for that reason. So, or tonight when I come home, I may upload a video, because I have to be at work super early tomorrow. So, on those days, I just kind of, you know, I do something a little less dramatic on those days. So, I will show y'all tonight when I get home tonight. I'll upload a video. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead with my wing liner. And I'm using my old handy dandy favorite, the Tarte's clay paint liner. Comes with this little nifty brush.
Loving me strong, it's a celebration. Keep on loving me strong, it's a celebration. Keep on loving me strong, it's a celebration. Keep on loving me strong, it's a celebration. Oh, you celebrate me, ooh, celebrate me, babe. Oh, yeah. Keep on loving me strong, it's a celebration. 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 Oh, you celebrate me, ooh, celebrate me, babe. Oh, yeah.
Okay, and now
treat my love like a celebration. No fear or strife. I work every day and night. My wrong, my right. That just helps me with my drive. I got gold mines, more than just between my thighs. My pain, my fight.
and I'm gonna do eyeliner my bottom of my waterline. And this is the Clinique eyeliner pencil. I've just noticed I've been having a reaction to the gel liner that I've been using by Anastasia. It just kind of gives me a raining tear duct. And I'm talking about all day. My eyes watered all day. And it took me a while to even realize what it was. It was making my eyes water. I really didn't even think it was the eyeliner. But I never have that problem when I just do mascara on the bottom of my eyes. So I was like, what's going on? And then finally I was able to narrow it down. And it's a great eyeliner actually. Yeah, kind of makes my eyes water. Well, just one eye. You know, you not crazy? That is just one eye, just dripping. The other one just fine. This one just dripping. So now I'm using the Lorac. I think it's Gilded Lily. And now, I'm going to throw these lashes on. And I'm going to be using the House of Lashes lash glue. As soon as I locate it. Every time I straighten up here, I lose something, y'all. And watch it be right in front of my face. Okay, so I cannot waste any time. And go ahead and go to my lips. There it is. Okay, so it wasn't in front of my face. All right. So this color is Dread by Anastasia. And I know they say the rule of thumb is if you're going to do a nude lip, you need to have a liner. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a liner, sometimes I'm not. Today, I'm not. I am going to wear the nude exactly how it is. And actually, I'm going to touch the top of this with a little bit of highlighter real quick. I'm gonna be a little fancy today. Okay, let me do a time check. Perfect. It's alright. Okay. Let me get this first lash on there. And I'm using the Tarte lashes. And I got them on, and I'll show y'all the pack that these lashes come in. Yes, I love them so much that after the first time when I bought them, I was like, let me go back and get a second pack, because okay, so now I'm all ready for my day, and I think today was a good little session. I felt like I shared a lot of information, and I do want to show you guys the cut crease with the ColourPop white concealer. It just works so good, and the whiteness in it makes like the other colors pop. And I want to do a really, really good one for y'all, not like a simple one. So I am going to upload a video tonight. So make sure you come back and check it out. I did want to give you guys a reminder once again. You guys like these earrings? I think they are so cute. I just wanted to remind you all that the music that I'm listening to, is Elisa Lani. She's an up-and-coming artist, and I listen to her music every morning. It gets me up every morning. I do my makeup to it, and she can be found on Google Play and iTunes. And don't just download, purchase. You know, that's how we keep these artists going. You remember back in the day, you could only buy the cassette tape or the CD. You know, they've made it so easy and accessible with the internet now. But, you know, just show her some love. So this is Stacy, the Makeup Junkie Wiley, signing off. Please like this video and subscribe. and hit the bell for notifications when I upload more. You guys have a very blessed day. See you later.